Next up, at UFC Atlanta, we got Cody Brundage taking on Mansur Abdul-Malik. Cody Brundage, 11-6 in his career, 3-1-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that knockout win over Julian Marquez, taking on Mansur Abdul-Malik, 8-0 in his career, undefeated, 5-0 in his last 5, coming off back-to-back knockout wins in the UFC. Here's the reality of this fight. Cody Brundage is a very dangerous fighter. He is also a very skilled fighter. I have never trained with him. I've never spent time training with him. I've never talked to anybody who has trained with him. But I've spent enough time in enough rooms to know that Cody Brundage is probably one of the best training partners in that room because he's a middle-of-the-road size kind of guy. You can train with the lighter guys, train with the bigger guys. He's fast, he's powerful, he's athletic, he can wrestle, he can strike. He can do all the things. Does that always translate to every single one of his fights? No, it does not. But Cody Brundage is a guy that if you give him the opportunity, he can connect with a big punch. If you engage in a scramble, he could potentially out-wrestle. We watched him launch Bo Nickel off of him on that takedown attempt. The knock on Cody is that when things go a little bit longer and they get a little bit tougher, all of those skills, the speed, the durability, all of that tends to fade as the fight goes on. He's taking on Mansur Abdul-Malik. He's a little young in his MMA career. While he does have 8 fights, he hasn't been doing it very long. He's a very good grappler. He has college wrestling experience, and he does what you expect a pretty high-level athlete to do. He's a big, powerful guy that's got heavy hands. His takedowns are good. He can wrestle. He also is durable. We watched him almost get knocked out by Nick Klein. Nick Klein is a jiu-jitsu nerd. So on one hand, he almost got knocked out by a jiu-jitsu nerd. Terrible, insanely frustrating, ridiculous. He got caught with a spinning back elbow, or maybe it was just spinning back fist, spinning back forearm, actually. I think it was in between the two. And that was a problem to watch, and it was very frustrating. But the reality is he didn't fall. He didn't quit. He was able to gut that out and then find the finish in the next round. And it's because of that. That is quite literally the reason why I am picking Mansur here, because Cody Brundage is dangerous early. But after watching Mansur get cracked and end up in some trouble and still gut it out, makes me think that more of the same could happen here. He could get cracked early. Cody could have him in trouble, and Mansur could potentially work his way through it. I'm going to pick Mansur Abdul-Malik. I think these odds are starting to get far too wide. He is an undefeated UFC prospect, and this has not been the year for those guys. So no bet for me. He's too unproven for parlays. The odds are too wide for anything else. This should be a really fun. Every Cody Brundage fight is a fun fight. This one should be no different, but I do think Mansur is going to get it done. And I did hate to see him get hit, but I did like to see him recover and find a finish in that fight. What do you think, Jacob?
Guys, I'm just going to try and be even more clear than I was in my quick pick video, because honestly, Angelo, I thought I was pretty clear in my quick pick video.
You usually are clear in these picks.
I stood here and I waved my hands like this, just in case people are just kind of skipping around. Like, stop the video right here, guys. Disclaimer. I promise you guys, I'm always open and honest when I'm a biased pick. I say, this is a biased pick, okay? Cody Brundage is a friend of mine. I'm not going to fucking pick against my friend. I went to his last fight. I was there. I talked to him after the fight. I met him for the first time in Tampa. I interact with him all the time, almost every week. I've talked to him about this fight. I've brainstormed with him about this fight. He is a fucking friend of mine. I'm going to UFC Atlanta because of Cody Brundage to watch him, a friend of mine, in this fight. So he is going to be my pick in this fight, because when you have friends, that's what you do. I'm not going to sit here and pick the guy. Now I'm going to break down the fight as I can see this fight. Is it a biased breakdown? Yes, it's a fucking biased breakdown. There's somebody left a full fucking paragraph that was like, I understand picking your friend, but I can't believe that you would try to, I don't know even what the fuck that guy was even saying. It's like, I mean, it's a biased fucking pick, but I'm telling you right now, these odds are crazy. This image of Mansur that people have is a little bit insane to me. This guy isn't a one-punch, powerful knockout guy. This guy isn't a come forward, shoot takedowns like crazy type of guy. This isn't an in-your-face pressure type of guy. And maybe he changes a game plan and he brings it in against Cody. Let me first off by saying this. If Cody pulls an Anthony Smith, and he's against the fence, on his knees or on his back, and Mansur is on top of him, he's going to get his fucking head beat in. There's not, Angela, would you agree with that? If he's on his knees like this, that's how Mansur beats people. I know that. Cody knows that. His team knows that. Angela knows that. Mansur knows that. Every single fucking idiot in the world knows that if Mansur is on top of Cody, he's probably going to get his fucking head beat in. The goal is to not end up in that situation. And Cody is good enough to not end up in that situation. Mansur's a good wrestler. Cody's a good fucking wrestler. He knows how to fucking wrestle. He's been in some situations before in past fights, but he's kind of overcome that obstacle mentally in that last fight. Because I was in attendance thinking the exact same thing that everyone else was thinking during that Julian Marquez fight. Oh, fuck. Here we go again. He started getting hit against the fence, and it was like, oh no. I was filming the fight. I literally put my phone down because I was like, fuck, man. Like, come on, man. Like, I was just like, please, man, just figure this fucking thing out. It's a mental hurdle with people, right? You get in those positions, and you just default to what you always have. And with Cody, it always has been. He gets in a position, and he just can't get out of that position mentally. In this situation with Julian Marquez, boom. Flip the script, realize he can find and work his way out of those positions and find that knockout win. He is a more confident fighter. He is coming into this fight with a very high self-belief, which I believe he should. He's going to be the faster striker. Mansur comes forward and lunges through without footwork with these big shots that he's not even really a big, powerful guy. People think he's got one-punch power, like Cody can't stand in front of this guy. He's standing TKO'd his last opponent after almost getting knocked out himself. He's not flatlining people. He gets them on the ground, and he fucking beats their brains in, but he's not shooting takedowns. He's waiting for people to shoot takedowns on him, and he's a good counter wrestler. But this guy just dropped my fucking Coke Zero all over the place, but that's okay. We keep it going. Cody is going to be the faster striker. He's going to be the more powerful striker as far as like straight one-punch power. Cody hurts almost every single person he fights. Even in fights that he loses, he's fucking dropping people. Cody can handle the wrestling of Mansur. And if you don't engage in the wrestling with Mansur, he's not shooting these singles. He's waiting for people to see these counter wrestling. And Cody knows. The point of emphasis is if you get in that position, you got to get back to your fucking feet. You got to get back to space. And Cody Brundage is going to keep it space. He's going to take his time. And when Mansur starts getting a little bit frustrated and telegraphs those big shots, because he's not sitting here throwing a nice little jab, and then he's got a decent jab, but he's not setting up combinations and throwing a three-punch combination. It's a jab, jab, big right hand. Jab, big right hand. Cody knows what's coming. This is a biased pick. People are going to say, oh, you're a fucking idiot, Jacob, all this stuff. He is a friend of mine, but he's going to win this fight. I put my money where my mouth is. I bet Cody. I had fucking almost $4,000 on him in his last fight. We're going to have money on him again in this fight. I believe in my friend. He's going to come in as the second biggest underdog on this card. He's going to shock the world. People don't realize how much of an athlete Cody Brundage is. You saw some flashes of it with the Bo Nickel fight and stuff like that. This guy knows how to wrestle. He's got big power. He's starting to settle into being a fighter. I'm telling you guys, I know you guys fucking dog on Cody and Cody Brundage and all this stuff, and he's a quitter and all this stuff. This guy's a great fucking dude with a great fucking family, beautiful daughters, all this stuff. And he's gonna finally make a name for himself, and all these haters are gonna come around and really enjoy Cody Brundage. He's gonna win this fight. I'm gonna be there. It's gonna be beautiful. We're gonna go out and celebrate afterwards, and I can't wait.
Yeah, it should be an exciting fight. No matter what, fights that both these guys are actually both always in exciting fights, so it should be a good time. I'm looking forward to the fight itself. I'm not gonna bet on Mansur, although I did pick him, and quite literally, you just can't trust these massive, unproven underdogs or prospects in 2025. You just can't. He was in some trouble last time. Gutting through it was very nice to see. That is why I am pretty confident in him here, but the reality is you just don't know exactly what you're going to get. Mansur is my pick. Cody is obviously Jacob's pick, but if you want to split the difference, if you want to use the tiebreak, you want to see what the artificial intelligence has to say. Artificial intelligence has literally zero bias whatsoever, but it'll tell you who it thinks wins using historical data, insight information. It'll bring in grappling stats and striking stats and past fights and everything else that it can bring in to run that algorithm and do whatever the hell an artificial intelligence does. It's actually a neural net, something or other. It'll give you its pick for this fight and every other fight, not only on this card, but for 4 cards. Go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member at the top.